yàgg nañoo bugg a am this jotaay but yàlla tey la ko dogal so di sant yàlla bu baax maa ngi nuyu suma fans yi ak képp kuy seetaan daal di leen wax ne tey moom dina neex.
kuy ñëw seetaan itam because TikTok du ko dee save waaye dama ko dee dog tamit def ko si Facebook bi because foofu tamit ñi fa nekk ñu mun a gis show bi inshallah awa comme ni nga ko waxee rek dina neex because like someone like me I really want to know your journey about music because man dama jékki-jékki rek ak ñun ñu bari dégg awa rek Sénégal si seen petit gàlle bi but we didn't know like the background foo jógee noo starté and today fast naa ene pour ñu waxtaan Gambian bi gën laa xam like we take a journey back from where you started then ñu doog a ñëw from where it is right now so awa dañ bëggoon a xam like who is our Gambia fan la awa jógee foo yaroo foo demee school ndax ba tey sax yaa ngi dem school because knowing you're still young so like how did all this music journey start?
Well awa nag xale Gambian la Gambia la judo fii la màggee fii la yoroo I can say but lu ma dee faral di wax mooy man suma journey umput ñu bëri parce que fu ma commencé daal si kanam yi ñëpp la maa ngi doore suma nit ñi ñu ma doore ràññee daal si seen petit gàlle bi when I was like 13 years old fekk maa ngi ginnaaw ndaw xam nga si la feeñ si kanam yi nit ñi ñu teg ma si that stage ma represent Gambia xam nga Gambien si xamee ma foofu Sénégalais si xamee ma foofu ma jàngee fa tam lu bari ñëpp si waat nit ñi show ma love mu gën a tax ma dugga si wàllu music bi and all that so awa Gambian la I mean yeah bu bugga music bu bugga lu muy def gom ko tamit bugga si am dam daal yeah
awa loolu am na solo torop yow before nga dem si seen petit gàlle bi how did it start da nga jékki-jékki dem si studio di woy comme like maybe people know you but because back then tamit a lot of people tey ñu la follow you have teenagers young people that are following you they could just remember seeing you on TV but xamuñ naka la starté so da nga jékki-jékki di woy how did it start ben ñu nga dem sign with the seen petit gàlle da nga commencé woy daal
yes xam nga actually man nag growing up dama over shy even ba léegi
yes
I'm that shy type comme our body gis on stage is very different from our body gis like on a normal day you understand so growing up tamit ñu bari dañ ma laajte ndax man dama bokk sa famille boo xam ne ndee wéy o famille boo xam ne ay géwél leen and all that waaye lu ma dee wax mooy non man kenn si suma famille di dee wéy actually and lu ma nekk di woy tamit daf leen surprise lu bari parce que they were not expecting it parce que dama nekkoon ko xam ne daf dee ruus ba pare daf dee laxatu man su ma daan woy dama daan laxatu dama daan dugga suma néeg then di woyantu and all that parce que dama daan ruus ba pare ñeme ñu ma woon bu baax you know that and but yàlla dafa def ne bés maa ngi doon woy suma biir néeg then suma papa actually moo ma dégga so bu ma déggee waxul ma dara doo moom ma doon déglu and he was very surprised actually he was surprised so man tam yëguma woon ne yëg na ma so am na bés ma toog rek xam ne ñu am like a family gathering ñu am some cousins and aunties yoo xam ne dañu seet si ñu rek daal bi xam nga si biir nit ñi rek mu taxaw loo ma foofu ne ma aja woyal so I was like he was telling people ne xam ngeen ne kii dafa mun woy and all that but I was very very scared nag but actually I was like xam nga la let me just go for it ma goma rek commencé woy xam nga di woy rek after nu ma ubbee suma bëti gis suma gaay like ñii di joy fele ñi like they were very surprised so it kind of from that day on it kind of gave me that hope daf ma jox doole yaa nga sam ko nga nekk di def dara nga ragal you don't know the outcome nu muy mel ndax nit ñi dina la accept like your family and all that but the fact that ma def loolu and seen reaction was very positive was very supportive hanga it really made me the person that I am today parce que I feel like motivation family la dee doole yeah so si gaay las commencé and ma nekk di woyante and all that ba yàlla def ma dem
guys thank you for the gift sorry ma fay lamp bi foog naa wow sorry reflects on the light bi I can see it mu ngi over reflect sorry yeah go ahead
okay
guys naa jox gift de
Yeah, okay. How come on, like one thing, I'm not really active on this live TikTok live, so most of the things the they would understand so what they
Yeah,
are.
God, I love
So
you.
but thank you
Yeah.
guys so much. Thank you for the love. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
How are you?
So yeah.
So somewhere no nga neka like behind closed doors doing your thing as a side kid. You like where did the encouragement start? Was it your mom, your dad, your cousins, or any siblings or hamne more and well, you know what? Let's go to the studio. How did you get to the studio?
Actually, like my first time see Studio B, I can say see it was that pretty gale, but it was not like official thing. You have after the show, then the songs that we do. Come then they just let's say ben wake at song new twist ko change ko def ko our own and perform it. These were my first times see Studio, but it's different because I was always surrounded by my age mates. Hamga see competition be, so it was a bit easier for me. So after Buma Nyipsena, I didn't really take the music honestly seriously. Come parce que hale la want to decide money. Okay, this is what I really want. I know that it's something that is part of me, and I know it was something that munna ko def and buga na ko, but it was not something that commitment be nekut for one. So parce que hale la tamit, yeah. And buma gina, but numa gina them the maga, parce que music is addictive. Like so Kuma say like you can never stop. I don't know why, but you can never stop. So the more I dem, the more I gonna passionate about what I do. Hamga. And until let's say 20 months, actually I started sing officially going to the studio in 2020. 2020 more doing
Really?
that,
That's not
yeah, COVID, yeah,
that's
but like yeah, that's just recently. So maybe 2013, but 2019, I was not really actually really fully invested in the music. So, but 2020, I was decided, I was like, both of us are in our school. Mutombe pare na school jehala, and I was like, you know what, this is what I really want to do. Even though after school I decided to go back to university purjekali suma school for no, but then I guess a lot of things were happening. I mean, to even pay for the tuition fee was a problem for me, and I was mostly home wasting a lot of time. So I was like, you know what, why the more I just sit, the more I do nothing. Why not I just go for what I love and do? This is something that is part of me, and I believe that I'm not a ham bo ham ne it's surrounding it. Ham ga si lolo te ham na ne suma push like the more I push harder than them. So sila officially just decide, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Madam studio, I mean, that's my first songs EP. Actually, my first project was an EP. The EPB Mugena, and I saw people's reaction was amazing. Mini like the way they reacted to the EP
yeah.
was really amazing. But I mean, Mangdon by health, I mean, like because it was the first time Mangdon by health the feedback what I'm gonna get from people. So then I guess a lot of people were like. Because so by the EP was mostly Afro, 100% Afro, like just Afro,
Yeah,
nothing like Mbala.
we were even gonna talk about that later on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all Afro, like there was nothing like Mbala Fofunono, yeah, you understand. But I felt that after that people were demanding for like Mbala Afro Mbala songs, like fancy were like, you know what, we love you, we love this, it's amazing, but we wanna see that other part of our Gambia, like that girl Bundan Gisiko stage with the mic doing some and all that. So I decided the album was gonna have Afro, but also there it's gonna be like Afro Mbala Fofunono. So I decided to go for the Mono Simandara, which came out and it went
Love that
crazy.
song.
It was
Yeah.
yeah. Song Munawa, it was my breakthrough in music. It was the song that gave me that breakthrough, Senegambian zone way and all that. So it came out and people really loved it. I saw the reaction. I was like, okay, Cornelia, and then to them, so then, yeah, matiyo ko fa bam digger kay banya bay. So ma def yeneen songs tamit danan and all that. I worked on the album, xam nga mu génna and the feedback that I was getting was so amazing. I think Moma Gina made that dole, but right now, even some of them, but things are really, really hard. I don't really give up. Parce que dama dee gis like the people that are behind me and the support and the love they always show. Man mom, luma dee wax rek mooy man mom man I am for Gambia. Cause Gambians buga buñ ma dee wan mom it's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing. Yeah, awma sen fay.
I'm having to go back. You started as a kid, because 13-year-old hamga nga wara duga si music, thinking about okay, I have this talent. Time bonun sa come din ko he halatu lo ne you wanna pursue this as a career. You at that time, being at the map sen Petigale, old time bonunu before nga dem Petigale, were you thinking about how you were going to blend music at Janga?
Yeah, I thought of it, and honestly, I could not do it, honestly speaking. Munuma wanna balance both. Munuma wanna focus on Sajanga at the same time with the music. So I guess there was a period of time from 2013 to 2019, my focus was mainly Sajanga. Because I tried really focusing on the music at Jangabi, but it didn't really work for me. I was doing terrible. So I was like, some of that, Silamatek, you know what? I mean, I know you can do this, Hamnane Bugangali, but tamit texting a Janga. I'm so Janga, man, whatever support you need. When it comes to you, some music, I'm gonna do it for you. And as Sila, why not? Paske do West. Why not I just focus on the school? But then alongside munna jangale some stuff si music bitamit ba hamne suma gene rek xam nga dafa nekk lu reuy. You understand? So meanwhile I was mangi school bitamit, but mangi guess to dal mangi def some research about my music, about what kind of music I want to do, about the audience, like what kind of message I want to put out there, see audience, see people that, because it's all about the message you want to send. It's all about purpose. It's all about the impact boy def si nini. Parce que danga gis ne a lot of songs way so ko gene da comme si fum de joge la danga gis ne way so gene impact mu de am si nini. Way mu na fekk nit mu nekk in a low mood mu ekati ko uplift ko. Way mu na fekk nit si mu jaxaso mu defarat yonam, you understand? It's relatable. Mota man so by hell man, all of my songs are relatable. All of my songs. So people dañ ma dey laaj ndax do you sing, do you write songs I mean because danga dunda li, or ndax these are things ne yow danga gis nit dunda ko. So I'm like man nit bo xamne la duma dey limit suma bopa. Duma dey put myself in a box. I don't really let people put me in a box, and I don't do my def suma boba secret box. I just explore. I just let my mind be free. Hamga. So sometimes these are things you modunda. Sometimes these are things you hamne you magis kenen na kenen mudunda. Sometimes these are things life muma jangal. Yang nasi paske every day nyunge dunda rek nyunge jangal. Life mu jangal. Aduna mu new one. So it's up to you. Nga jange si. It's up to you to just ignore. So yeah.
Guys, comme dima la wax rek ma leen remind ngeen tap live bi su ko defee live bi gëna lifin ñu fi nekk yëpp di wax ne I love our Gambia, she's my cross and all of that, like tap leen live bi, like you tap the screen su ko defee live bi gëna take it to 10,000 so that the whole world will know that our Gambia movie. Someone even said, thank God our Gambia is here, my cross. I'm like, ooh, okay. When this is the girl I want to marry. Okay. Yana ko laajte indi naa ko awa dañ bëggoon xam yow time Petigale bi yow naka nga def like nga be dégga about Petigale ak naka nga def be register to be one of the participants si event boobu noonu, like because comme ni ma ko waxee suñ maas yi dañ la jékki-jékki rek gis ñu di la seetaan di la support, but we didn't know how the whole thing went. Naka nga def ba éega foofu?
Petigale da dafa nekk lu ma yaagoon a gis actually si télé yi. I think it started in 2011. So man maa ngi dem bu 2013 bi. Then it was like 2 years in between. So bu ma gisee actually bu 2012 bi laa gis. Bu 2012 bi laa gis. So my seetaan I'm like this is because xam naa ne I could do it, but it was like a dream. Yeah, you understand? It was a huge dream. I was like, I definitely wanna be here. But dangaa gis time bu fekka amoon fit bi ba pare génnuma from my comfort zone. Man was always like just xam nga being that shy type and all that. So ma yàgga ko gis, then after bu suma guy discover ne okay she mun na way and all that, sila just step out and tell them, you know what, I think if I try this, then I'm a chance. So buma waxe guy, they were like, yeah, that's true. So try, you will have a chance. But ñoom luñ dee def mooy they have this advert buñ dee def TFM. So danga gis during xam naa advert bi ban time la dañu because particularly it's always in the summer. So balaa summer bi advert bi daf dee niñ ko dee mën a dawal si télé. So danga gis dama daan kal affaire si daf ma jaraloon sax may always seetaan TFM télé bi, even if they have a interesting show or if the show is not interesting or dinaa toog rek seetaan pour like just to catch that advert pour am that specific number boo xam ne boobu lañ war a call. Actually I didn't but unfortunately I didn't have the chance to get the number even though seetaan naa télé bi thousand times. But suma neighbor bi I mean she realized how how much I wanted it. She realized how much because dama ko dee I always talk about it. So mom, there was this day mu doon seetaan affaire si rek si télé bi rek, then mu gis advert bi rek si la jël number bi mu ñëw mu wax ma dama ne jëlal naa la number bi and I was very excited. Mu ngi mel ni dañ ma wax ne dangaa dem ba pare. So exactly, I was so happy that day. Mu callal ma actually moom moo ma callal guy, that neighbor, I mean Auntie Aida moo ma callal guy. And boom call a guy. No. No, it's okay. Sorry. Léegi moom moo ma callal guy. Bu ma callalee guy nag ñu jox ñu a date for the for the audition. Ñu jox ñu date after si leen dem. Léegi buñ demee ma fekk fa ay xale yu bari nag, ay suma maas yu bari. Ma gina nervous nag ma tiit nag cause I mean dëgg la woy naa si suma kanami family suma parents yi yëpp gis nañ maa ngi woy am naa the confidence si within them, but musuma step out dem si like a public or ñoo xam ne jàmbur leen musuma def loolu seen kanam dem taxaw di woy. So I was all along suma fit baa ngi def pëf nu ma toogee foofu yëpp. So I was like maa ngi ñaan suma biir xol bi daal I just don't wanna mess it up. I came this far xam nga. So audition bi jot ma taxaw ma sante woon nag bés boobu suma laasi la solo parce que maa ko doon prepare.
Waa solo la already made. I'm already made bu xew.
Yeah, but I think I wore a black. I think balegi that video, but honestly, those videos like the mukode buka setan because they over race mobile. But that video is still on the internet. Nama taku on like race mobile.
Nama taku on.
Sumalasi. Nama ko wajde yire bubu. I think gene nako a week before Madam si audition.
Bless you because you were super excited, innit?
I wanted it. It was like a dream. Come nga neka hale nga buka something so bad. Every minute mu neka suma help, but I'll be praying to God. Oh yalla yobu ma fi. It was like it was so huge. I don't know, but it was so huge that to just be able to go there. Audition mi jot ñu dem the way mu jot pour suma time jot pour ma way. Actually, you know what happened? The funny thing is because of suma noppee bi. So ñun nuñ toogee we were noonu lañ doon ooyee nit ñi according to how we were seated. So ñu ngi ew ku nekk benn. So man suma toon mu ñëw something happened ne after ñu skip ma ñu wax keneen mu woy. So all along I know ne man woyu ma ne but I was maa ngi ragal pour even speak up.
Wow.
Wax suma soxla pour wax ne man woyaaguma. So I was very nervous, maa ngi ragal tamit. I was just seated like that. So bam dem si last person bi fekk am na ku ma àndaloon ku ma gunge. I mean suma stepmom bi moo ma gunge woon. After si leen laajte dafa am ku des ko xam ne woyul After Sila speak up, mune guy ne ki waya good. After Sila joke, I was the last person to sing actually. Madam tahaw like Sila them like okay, this is it. Then I started singing my way, my pere way, and my feka tata beso tata when actually monyo won sa. Monyo won
Mom si
bopam.
bopam.
Yeah, mom si bopam monyo won, and boom way ba pare. And the feedback was really good. Because if they're impressed, you could see it's in Karami.
Yeah.
If they're not, if you mess up, they think I'm gonna have. So actually, they were very, very, very impressed, and they showed it. They after select the top 5 out of it, and I was among the top 5.
So how many of you then you get 5?
But in right now, between 2013, I cannot remember honestly why. But they're over, buddy, and we have really good, talented people there. You know, they're over Moonway. So out of the top 5, Tamit, we have to go Benin competition. Sisin beer, ñu wéyaat Benin way. Legi then you choose mu dem ba ci ñun ñaar legi. It was a tie. Actually, it was Abu and Fafa's little sister Fatu Mbai. It was
Is it the one that went later on?
Yeah, it was the one that went later on. So there was a tie between Man and Kokunolo. So buñ paré ñu nañu légui because there's a tie, légui Gambia ni ñoy choose kuñ buga mu lifin. Kuñ buga mu represent guy. So
guess what? I didn't even know all of this happened. And I'm so many people watching. Yeah. Trust me.
All of this happened. It was a whole process. It was a whole process to get there. I mean, you know, Gambia ni ñoo wara choose legi kan mo leena represent. So legi dañ wara vote.
Princess Tamina, exactly. She too didn't know like this happened. Guys, come lima na wax rek. The more you tap the live, the more people come and watch. This nga no leena tapé muy egg. People are coming to watch. Like I'm telling you guys, today we have one of our female Gambian artists. So the love Taplen and Ida, thank you for joining my moderator Musisu. Wow, let me tell you one thing, yeah. You might think that everybody knows the story, but like here I am, I'm already like super proud of you already. Like I'm gonna story. I love stories. Let's go. After Lulu.
Yeah. So yeah, after you.
So guys, bala leko hanga Gambia la neko. Gambia la neko sa di lifi da mu pause. Oh, Safi muna mo hala hi. Yeah, muna see sending her love before my new life. Yeah.
Hi Safi.
Very post, yeah.
I mean, so yeah. Like you vote len. Nini dañ wara vote, and then what I did was because I wanted it so bad. The madam dem suma yaay di len wax votal len ma comme nit yu ma xam dal even suma la xamul dina make sure ma waxa yo na jël sa phone bi na vote ben wala ñaari vote ma dem tok so ko xamé so ko xamul so wala ma jël suma phone dat bi dina vote ba sona. So it was crazy, but actually it ended up me going there man after I choose ma pour madam and bu results again. I was very excited. Feka, sorry one thing wins aksa fuma deka suma yaay fum deka ak because man I lived with my dad. I lived with my dad suma papa la nekkon. So buma just joté news bi. Puff ma jël suma dalay so dem suma kër yaay dem just pour ñu joxé news bi ne jël nañ ma before ken xam I went and spread the news and all that.
They la call or like you saw it on TV?
It was like an announcement. Then there's like an announcement like see that Subatel thing. I think it's Subatel, I don't know, when they TFM. It was like in the morning, early morning.
Yeah.
Majuk was Subatel talk the setan. So then they were okay, let's say Dakar, kill and features. I mean yeah, Benin region killing video. So I was like, when you Gambia, I was like, fingers crossed, they have Gambia, and you want to see my it was a huge thing for me, honestly. We Gambia, our Gambia. I was contract. This was them over content. Like
really Joy.
No, joy, but I was happy. I was very happy. So madam they wako Mary, they wako suma mom, and they were very excited actually, content and all that. So I must start the count days in that film bala madam. every day. It was like something that you dream of. Come, you know, think as soon as time we had, soon as elegant Julie.
Julie, yeah.
The excitement you have. I'm never good be able to nelaw da ngay jóg rek pour seet na suba bi jot na pour yooyu noonu. That was the kind of excitement I felt. So I was the days were like days yi dañ gën a yàggal léegi sax because I was in a hurry pour affaire su jot rek ma dem Sénégal. So bu mu jotee I mean suma gars yi gunge ma ñu ñëw jël si ma from Sénégal dañ yónni kenn from there pour mu ñëw mu jël si ma Gambia fii nii den ma ànd ak kooku. I mean ñu dem ba Sénégal and ma get to meet yeneen candidates si foofu noonu si kër bi so buñ demee na nga gis like everyone from different region fekka ñu ngi just meet so xam nga yi fi xale rek ku nekk di jaay sa borom ne ok mala daxawee so dañuy toog rek nga digga kena yu fele keneen yu wéyaat fele di nappante comme ñu nappante si biir daal you understand so ñu foofu lañ demee miinante and all that ñëw si gaale bi. But before you them, you just in way actually way you have then you go away like for the first prime. So then I guess the secret bilad and make a rehearsal lam to the jungle way. Then I guess bring them it was like 3 days before the show. 3 days or 4 days before the show. You start seeing rehearsal, see and all that. But best we just but man so my first time on stage Jarna Luneka. So my first time on stage was crazy. It was I wish it's still on the internet. Like everything here is on the internet. So they may go you know what I'm talking about. My first time on stage, I was very nervous. To even face the public, it was very hard for me. So the nagis I'm supposed to face people like this. But the nagis mam way basikana na sama atoni. Jox leen suma side kanam pour bu ma xool gaay daal gis boobs dafa jël fekk tonto boobs Boubacar Diallo moo fa nekkoon so da gis mu ñëw mu toonaat ma ni ma jëlaat waya ba si kanam nag toonaat so I was very very nervous. It was a disaster bés boobu moom but after that the second prime must start to build that confidence in me. I was like you know what ñëw naa this far I came for this xam nga and I have like a whole nation looking at me. So the more I guess this Gambian munge draw send attention. I face munge draw guys and attention. The more I get support, the more I guess people showing so much love. Magina tanag magina am fit. So I'm not being a cry mato correct. I mean I did really Dogumala. I hope the Gambians they truly listened to that part. But when the more I them send support be mola just the encouragement, the confidence, again it all that anxiety in you. Gambians, listen how much so let's support they send Niti. Definitely.
Go ahead.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I remember the prime Muma Ginadef well is because I was really surprised to see Kasuma Dada mobilize some youths or tribe Senegal because always every prime and it was all Senegalese and it was all people from different region the support and all that and it's all and it's all Senegal so ni joge Dakar ni joge Mbour ni joge from different places so sen wa de ka suñu we rek kenn so taxawé we rek and just everyone is supporting cheering so how if you had then they buy hell so when you are there and you are just singing and you don't hear that much cheering for you that they hala wani that a lot of confidence from you so it's my dad after still mobilize some youth more try but you guys Senegal for you support my dad so I was really it was amazing
to be honest that's exactly what you needed at that point for this whole career be take a U-turn and I hope every Gambian is listening to this and I hope ngen ubi sen nopay mung lena won naka ngen contribute that little bit of support naka la contribute si career am
definitely it really changed the whole game for me honestly it was the first time I realized when Gambians ñu ngi buy hell this show because buma demee and must start the way ma gis everyone is sharing like cheer bi dafa yokku daal seen xam nga seen everything dafa yokku daal so must start the way xam nga that day I did really great I did amazing But man, I know it. Like everybody judges were just saying that I did great. So the more primary them, the more my guess need to begin support. The more my
Get it.
gonna improve on myself. The more my gonna improve vocally and just gonna focus on luma neka di def. Ba yala def ba dem ba si I mean and you know, there was this time I got really, really, really sick. Foofu noonu. I think that was the prime. I don't know. It was the fifth prime, however, but I cannot remember. But there was this time. My after Buwe Kumba Gaulo Nanga Cool. There was a time I sang that song, and it's a very complicated song. Because the notes are so high. It has like high notes, like notes you have to hit them perfectly, and which I did. Surprisingly, I really focus the song a lot. Rehearse, best we jot my wake or hamga just try to hit those notes, and I did it. But then I guess like 2 days after, I just have a something something in my throat. So my body like start the matey. I don't know what it was, but the all one on a matey na toro, but then my teda lapitan like for 3 days. My once lapitan be, and I had my songs. And I had my songs for still for the next prime. So that is no more today lapitan, but still man don't try put jang away, fake a man away. I think it was a Beyonce song, Homo Fatanada, but my were away a song, and that I still lapitan bila jang those songs. But after Dr. B, she insisted I mean I should just not go for that prime. Paske dama febar. But bumalache guys, so the money. If you skip that prime, you're gonna be, automatically disqualified for that. Yeah, I was gonna be disqualified if I skipped the prime because I was sick. So then I guess my forces my baba. Even though I knew I was not that well, that much. I can hang so if you're not well, then what do you feel? So even though I knew that, I was like, hey, wait, just to go on that stage and sing. So after you buy my new feka, you buy my slapatan, then the next time, madam, that song. But even though the whole rehearsal, the moko joy, because I felt I would have like bugana def, but sumayara minangu ko. So mange push mo but sumayara mineko dinango. So that I cried the whole of that those days rehearsal you namoko joy ko bamje. So time prime binyo. I did my best. Honestly, hanga so if you did your best, but you cannot just deliver. You can't force yourself.
Yeah.
But I knew it. But nyom tami they understood I was sick. So that prime will come sono like they were not strict when it comes to judging. When I don't judge strict no. So they understood that I'm a favor and all that. But the next prime, then I fully recover and voila, you hit the road. But I think them now semifinals. And then semifinals, Modest Nin 4, it was Man Amadou Mbege and Mustafa. No, they won semifinal. Which was really because I don't think for the gale, but they can have that kind of semifinal. Like using time, Monica, it was the best time in Portugal.
Yeah, definitely.
It was the best time. You could still attest to that. So it was really tough between the four of us. But Yala Def, you eliminate Manak Amaru, and I join Nahari on number 2 today, hang a halerek, Lobuga, and Nanyako. So join shed tears, but after a minute, it is what it is. Yala in the number of years, so my lolo. So after Bumanip say Gambia, like Manipsi, Guy Teruma, they came like from Bara, ñu ngi togon Bara cause ferry bi lañ jël ñu ngi tok Bara di xaar so bu ma ñibsé ma gis like a whole lot of crowd from Bara lañ ma gungé ba suma bunti kër and people were just cheering like it was full comme gis nga time boobu the president Sudan Romba the ex-president Sudan Romba nit ñi nuñ ko dé téro non lañ ma nekkoon li téro so ñu aj ma ci ko moto bu non ak suma ndaw ay my wave like it was the first time I was having that kind of feeling. I was like, oh,
you felt like you even won competition already.
yeah, I felt like man win na ba pare parce
Yeah,
que
yeah.
like people were showing so much love that boo xam ne expect tuma ko like from fu ma jógee ba from baara ba I mean suma bunti kër people were just supporting, just showing me so much love. And then gis ñi complain, hey dañ la saaca nii la la yow yaa waroon a wéy and all that xam nga rek
I
nit
think
soo
all of
buggee.
us said that. Like they would buguñ woon rek Gambian dem ak Kobba waaye ñoo ko wiin. Wow. I think
Exactly,
all
and
of
you
us
know
said that. Yeah.
the funniest thing is ba léegi like people cannot get over that ba léegi man
Yeah, yeah.
ba léegi su ma tasee ak nit ñi dañ la yow boobu yaa ko waroon a win dañ la saaca dañ la def nii am like but xoolal rek yàlla lu mu nekk di def I mean jàngee naa fa tam lu bëri and tax na ma gën a work on myself, work on my craft xam nga ba ma yàlla def ba ma nekk ku ma doon tey so yeah that was the journey.
Awa li nga wax am na solo torop at this time yow ñaata at nga amoon.
maa ngi 13
You were still 13 bi nga joine lii bi pet seen petit galley.
maa ngi woon 13 years old man bu ma nekk 13 la ma ñëpp min start di ràññee daal I can say si music yeah bu fekk maa ngi woon primary I think I was in high school or primary school daal
Ban
xaw ma
school?
and
Ban school
bu fekk maa ngi woon New Life Children's Center actually school boobu tamit mun naa wax ne bokk na si lu tax ma gën a bugg a music parce que New Life you know Christian school la woon and assembly dañ dee nekk di woy I mean seen way that these gospel songs always see assembly and all that so the more my way every day the more suma vocals di gën a baax and all that so after bu ma delloo school nag my life changed totally. My life dafa over like it was like everything changed because man du ma dee faral di wax li but man I was more of a loner bu ma nekkoon
Bless
xale.
you.
Yeah, I was more of a loner. I didn't keep a lot of friends. I didn't keep friends. I had a lot of insecurities. I was very insecure about a lot of stuff. So I kind of like was just to myself, and I didn't. Let's say I was not that kid that fit in. I didn't fit in, you know. So that day when I'm like you didn't fit in, like I didn't keep many friends. That I felt like then you put aside
You were on
somehow.
your own, you were fighting your own
Yeah,
battle.
on my own. But after that, I just like, buma. Let me relax because I kind of getting emotional a bit.
Amalila, they were like, I said this to you earlier on. I said, if you come to the show, you will enjoy it. And a lot of your colleagues have came here and said, I've never even said this, but I said this here because, like, I find a way to have a conversation with you guys. That's why it's called a chit chat, like what and again. Because I just feel like they come yen as an artist. Like a lot of things go on your hamnessa need to then like we paint you guys perfect like you lot don't go through nothing in this world like yen like amulen emotions like
Yeah,
more than
and they fail to understand we're humans. Then I'm like the same feelings you guys. We feel hurt. Then they am that same feeling. Just because we're there and it's a new guest in life is put to the public doesn't mean that we are not going through what a lot of people are going through. So I understand. Man, suma time I kind of did it alone, sort of. When it comes to friends, I didn't keep a lot of friends, and all that.